She lost 30 pounds, over 30 pounds in 3 months of my program.
Now there are two options. You either stay home, sit on the couch, eat your whatever you eat and feel whatever you feel, or you just get up and do it.
What is up, you guys? Happy 2022 and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rose. I am an online health and fitness coach for women. So if you are interested in working with me, link below for all of the information. So it is 2022 and I have been saving this testimonial for this year. We are going to speak to Natalia, who is by far the most inspirational person I have ever met in my life. I call her the female David Goggins. She came to my program in June. She got on the phone with me and all she said to me was, "I'm ready." She was ready. She took that first step and she lost 30 pounds, over 30 pounds in 3 months of my program. And it all took her committing to herself, believing in herself, and being consistent every single day. So we're gonna talk with her and then stick back around. I am going to give you my top 3 tips on how you can motivate yourself to have the best year of your entire life.
I was born in Russia, raised in Ukraine. Now I'm in Washington State here in the United States. I just finished my PhD in 2020. PhD is in plant science, horticulture, and all of that. But 2020, deeply in the COVID mood, I decided to make the change and I got into healthy nutrition, to whole foods and plant-based. And the portion size was not as, proper than it should be. So, like you're reading all these books about whole food plant-based and listen to interviews like, you can't eat too much of plant-based food, or you can't eat too much of whole foods. Well, yes, you can. Of course you can. If you eat beans, and I like beans, if you eat a bunch of starchy veggies, of course you can get too much. So that was my biggest issue. The biggest challenge is to do the proper combination between macros and just, cover everything based on the protein intake that you need per day. And people switch. Of course, if you have like a lot of weight to lose, the simple switch from standard American diet to the whole food plant-based diet, even with measuring macros, you will lose a lot of weight.
Totally.
But if you need to adjust weight and put muscles, that's where the questions become like, no, it actually doesn't work. Like you feel good, but it doesn't work what you expect. Starting actually November last year, like I've been eating healthy. I was overweight and I realistically knew it and I didn't have problems to say that. On last November, I actually went to a doctor and I intentionally had my blood test done because I was waiting for this, like, oh my gosh, you're close to something. So you need to change your life, you need to change your lifestyle. So when I got the results, the doctor said, you're easy, you're perfect. And I was like, but I'm like 50 pounds overweight. She's like, no, your blood, it's perfect. You just need to, watch what you eat and all of that, but your blood is perfect. So I was like, damn, I cannot build this story, before and after. Let's combine the blood results. I've been searching for a coach or advisor or any sort of knowledge. And the funny part is that I am quite knowledgeable. I was before I got to this program because I've been reading a lot. And since my background is scientific, I know how to choose the information, how to, criticize it and all of that. But I needed somebody anyway. I need somebody to kick my butt in the way that I like it, not just motivational phrases don't work for me. Like, it's going to be okay. You can do it. That doesn't work for me. I needed strong language and I needed pick me up thing. And believe it or not, I spoke to a lot of coaches and it was just like, no, there's nothing. There was no click until I found the YouTube video that Rose posted. It was just a simple video about your basically program. I think you've been talking about the testimony of somebody. I don't even remember the details, but I remember, oh my gosh, she's so enthusiastic. Let me just comment it. So I commented and you responded it. We set up the meeting. I got to talk to you and I was like, No, that's it. I'm taking this. So that's how I got in where I am now.
But I didn't do anything. It was all you. On our coaching calls every
Sure.
week, Natalia tells me she wants more. Literally, I remember the first call, you couldn't really do a push-up, you couldn't do pull-ups at all. And
Oh,
now,
yeah.
like,
Hate those suckers.
yeah, what drives you to just get it done so early, so uncomfortable?
Well, it's pretty simple. Gotta tell you, it's not easy, but it is simple. If you have a goal of what you want, if you see yourself where you want to be, you just gotta do what you have to do, right? I'm super busy at work. I need to be at work at 7, sometimes earlier. So I need to wake up at 3 a.m. and just, keep going. And that's it. Now I'm not that much, there is no need for me to be in work that early. So I moved my waking up time to 4. And to be honest, it feels much better to me personally when I go to work to the gym. It's still dark most of the time. Right now, I'm coming back from the gym. It's still a little bit dark. There is it's impossibly to explain the feeling of the insides, how you feel when you come back home. It's still dark. You realize the people are barely waking up. Some of them aren't waking up yet, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've done 10,000 steps already. It's 7 a.m. and I'm done with my fitness routine. It's great. And then you just, take shower, get your coffee and go to work all happy. And you see all those people complaining how bad the day started. Like, not mine.
What would you say to someone, Natalia, who is kind of stuck and they're kind of scared to do something about it? What advice would you have?
It's time to get unstuck. So it's a very good question because we all been there feeling stuck. Anyway, I think the first thing, whoever feels stuck, we just need to keep going. We need to move. It doesn't matter how fast you're gonna move because we all have different speed and different speed works differently for everybody. But any movement is better than no movement. Mind is something that is very important to train, and it's not easy. It's something that takes time and it takes dedication. Every morning you wake up, you have to set your mind to success. You just have to do it. It's like routine that you're doing every day. Nobody's asking anybody like, why are you brushing your teeth every morning? Oh, well, because I was taught to do that. But unfortunately, not all of us were taught that you have to be disciplined or you have to know how to get out from the situations. So if you feel unhappy, if you feel stuck, just move. For me, I'm the person that I like to go in or out. So I'm either full in it or I'm not. But I know that for a lot of people works well if there is a transition. So whatever you start one step at a time and go like that, from one step to the second step. What would you get from your comfortable zone?
Nothing.
You get nothing. Nothing. There is no way you can improve yourself if you're not being pushed out from your comfortable zone. You can be afraid, you can be scared, you can shake, it doesn't matter. You do what you need to do to get out. And then whatever was not easy yesterday, it will become easy today and then get out again. First 2 or 3 weeks are the hardest to get used to. And then it's just like a habit. I like to always say, just keep going. And it doesn't matter how smart you think you are, there's always somebody smarter than you. And if you think there's not, you're in the wrong spot. So always look for somebody who are motivated, who are wise, and reach out to them. So basically what I'm trying to say, get the coach. Get the coach, even if you think you know what to do, coach is always better. And even best of the best, they always have coaches. Get that person who will be there for you when you need it. That's very important. And just do it. That's it. It's easy. No, it's simple. That's not really easy. What is my why? My why was me and my health, right? When you have your health under control, it's not only you anymore, it's your family, it's the surrounding. Because when you're happy, when you're healthy, everybody want to go and do what you're doing. So it's not, you cannot force your family and say plant-based is healthy for you, or you need to do that. They will never do that unless they're interested for some reason as well. But the best way is to be examples. So when I say my why is my health, It's not only my ecocentric health, it brings a lot of things around it. But that was me as a health first, because so find your why. And when you have doubts, when it's a hard time for you to get up, think about your why. What was your why? Why did you start it? And if that's really important for you, just keep going.
I have no words. Find your why and just keep going. 3 tips to motivate yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. I suffered from extreme panic attack and anxiety disorder. Started when I was in high school, and then when I was in college, I decided that I was sick of feeling stuck. I was sick of feeling anxious every single minute of every single day. And I was sick of just being shy and saying no to opportunity because I was scared. So what did I do, guys? I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and I started going to the gym and I started taking cold showers. I started doing hard things to shock my body, which then translated into my mind. And you know, it's not easy. It really isn't. It's hard. There is another side. I remember there was this one day, probably about a year after I started this journey of discovering discipline, where I just took a deep breath and I felt at peace. I did not feel that anxiety anymore. And I knew it was because I had that discipline and I did that through hard work. So to motivate yourself, no matter what your goal is, you have to find the value in the goal. You're not going to want to wake up at 5 in the morning. You're not going to want to work out. It sucks. It's hard. But you have to keep reinforcing that this is good for you. It's going to rid you of your anxiety. It's going to build your confidence. It's going to protect you from chronic disease. You have to dig deep. You have to find your why, and you have to repeat that to yourself every single day and change that dialogue. It all starts with what we tell ourselves. So reinforce the value and just keep going. Number 2 is track your progress. Go beyond just the scale or body composition. Track how many pull-ups you can do. Track how many push-ups you can do. Track the weight you're doing in the gym. Wow, I never thought I could do that. So what's next? And it builds and builds and builds, and that's that intrinsic motivation. Number 3 is just find your people, find your community. And you know, when I was running and training for my marathons, I found literally a group of men in my town to run with, and I would go with them at 5 in the morning in the dark, in the snow. And you may not be as lucky to find people literally like that in your town, but go online, go on Facebook groups, vegan Facebook groups, plant-based groups. Your people are out there, and we're in this world of the digital age where you can find that. So have an accountability partner, and don't be afraid, of course, to just ask for help and get a coach if this is something that you need support with. I have a coach for fitness. I have a coach for business. I have a coach in every single aspect of my life, and that value of being around the energy that you want to build is worth anything. All right, you guys, that is all I got for today, but I'm so excited. Thank you for being with me for this year, and let me know what you guys want to see in 2022.